Welcome to Moonlighting, a place where I come after the sun goes down and the kids are in bed to remember myself through the rhythm of the universe. I'm Tiff. Like many of you, my days are full. Motherhood, work, and the beautiful chaos of living. So when the house gets quiet and the moon begins to rise, this is where I come. A space to reflect, to listen, to follow the intuitive threads weaving through the moon, the seasons, nature, and everyday life. Together, we'll explore the energy of each lunar phase, make sense of what we're feeling, and discover simple ways to integrate it through journaling, meditation, ritual, and time in nature. My hope is that you'll leave each conversation feeling a little more grounded, a little more curious, and a little more connected to your own inner knowing. So put on your coziest pajamas, pour yourself something warm, and settle into the moonlight, because it's time to dance. Thank you for joining me under the moonlight for the very first episode of Moonlighting. I'm so excited you're here, and I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you for listening in wherever you are, no matter where you are or what time it is. Arrive with me right here. Settle into your space by getting a little bit more comfortable. Stretch out any discomforts you have. Slowly close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And out. With your next deep breath in, feel yourself bring in the energy and wisdom of the moment, connecting it to your inner world. And exhale anything sitting with you today, anything heavy that doesn't align with this energy. Let go of anything and move your body however you need to just settle into this very moment. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but back at the new moon 2 weeks ago, I was mentioning that it's time to clean out our cupboards. We had some glassware in there that was from a lot of versions ago of us. And that person didn't pick things out with intention. And that version of us probably picked things out because we should. At the new moon, we really felt this energy about clearing out all these old cups that just don't align with our life anymore. Because it's time to really start looking out at the flea markets and looking out at the artisan markets and finding the glass blown, hand blown, eclectic pieces that you can't find anywhere else. Each glass should be uniquely theirs because your inner world is uniquely yours and has many facets. It has so many layers, and we need many cups to hold this eclectic, vibrant, bright inner world that we carry. Fast forward to now, this beautiful Capricorn full moon that we have. I'm not kidding you. The last 2 weeks, I would say the last week more so, I could feel the universe handing me each cup one by one. First, the cup that holds my deepest relationships. Then, the cup that held my health and how I was having a relationship with my body. And the next cup was my sisterhood, my inner circle, and the women that I have in it. Because during this time, it's like the crab came crawling in from Cancer season and said, like, hold this outer shell, be disconnected from the rest of the world. And a lot of us are. That's part of one of the themes we're definitely feeling with this. I could feel the universe giving them to me one by one and saying, is this the cup you want this to be held in? And I said, heck no. I have this really beautifully ordained, hand-blown something that I'm gonna go ahead and hold my girlfriends and my sisterhood, my closest confidants in. I think actually the glass that I was holding my health in, it might have broke, or at least it has a leak. So I definitely need to upgrade that. We really need to be intentional about those cups. And if it didn't happen to you last week, it was like the universe said, here's this cup. What are we doing with it? Here's this cup. What are we doing with this? Next cup. What are we doing with it? And as we approach this full moon, it's giving us the most serious cup to consider. And it's actually a set of cups. The cups that hold our inner world and the cup that holds our outer world. It's like a salt and pepper shaker. They come in a set. And the funniest part about that is I have always thought about the cup I hold for myself, my inner world, but I never thought about it as two cups. I never thought about it as a cup for my inner world and a matching cup for my outer world, which means that if we weren't holding a cup for that outer world, what happens? All of those contents get to spew and flow and spill everywhere. So the way I was holding my outer world, or also maybe my ego, was possibly spewing all over the place. And that's a pretty scary thought for me. Those who are listening that are closest to me, I apologize if it was my ego spewing everywhere. And I'm just now realizing that. But it's something we really need to reflect on because it was a blind spot. And now that it's not a blind spot, we get to go find a matching pair of really cool glasses, bowls, cups, whatever we want to hold this inner world and outer world. As we talk about this theme of the space we're holding for ourselves and this cup we're holding for ourselves, it's not just about replacing that cup, because this new cup is in new timelines and it's in new ways of being. Our old cup was in old timelines that didn't get maintained at the same level. During those timelines, we did not nourish it and pour into it and maybe maintain and wash it the way that our new timelines and new versions of ourselves expect these cups and spaces for ourselves to be maintained. So it's not just about bringing the new cup in, it's about saying this new cup also comes with new practices, new rituals, new commitments, and new boundaries. So we have all of that energy going on and these themes moving because we have this cute little meetup happening between a crab of Cancer season and the goat of Capricorn season. And at first they think that they're going to be traveling buddies because they see each other on a similar path. But quickly they realize they don't travel well together. And this crab is like, dude, you are just going up these mountains over and over for no reason. You don't even know which mountain you're going up for. It's like, yeah, but I'm going up. He's like, but wait, think about if you go up mountains that really call to you and you see these views and you see these meaningful things and you eat this meaningful grass, cannabis. And the goat's like, yeah, I have never thought about that. Like, there's prettier places to be. And the crab is like, oh my gosh, there's infinite amazing places to be on this in this universe. The goat says thank you and realizes that the crab hasn't really went as many places as he hasn't seen as many heights as he has because he keeps it so safe and really makes sure to move in very, very very rooted confidence. So he explains to the crab that, you're pretty connected to yourself. And I know when something's right, and you can leap into action a little bit quicker than you think. And you can make changes and go in directions and take risks when you feel it. When that initial feeling happens, you know what it feels like when it's right, so do it. And the crab walks away saying, thank you, and feeling so inspired and empowered. So they both walk away, leaving their journey, learning something from each other, having these keys that each other had for them. And as the universe shares this little story with us, we get another theme of the season as this viewer and witness of these energies and archetypes moving through our lives. And that is that the crab loves going with the rhythm. It finds the tide, it works with the ocean, it's steady, it's knowing, it's going with the rhythm. But that dang old goat is not going with any old rhythm. That goat is going to be climbing that mountain and taking its sure-footed steps at any moment it sees it. But the problem is that it's going, that sometimes it comes to a point that it has to stop and say, whoa, I don't know where to go now because I was just going. Our life is not any choreography dance. I don't know about you, but I've never been a part of a flash mob. And if I had, I wouldn't know the dance. If a flash mob started happening around me, I would be this, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's silly. It's no rhythm. I don't know. But that's the point. Life is not always a choreography dance. So sometimes the rhythm is a little awkward. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a rhythm because it's not a rhythm that we're used to. Sometimes it's taking a break off the dance floor and saying, I'm going to get some water. I'm a little warm. I gotta use the restroom. Our life moves in seasons, just like the weather, the universal patterns, the cosmic flow. It all works in seasons. There's no time that we are going to always be in a season of flow and feeling this great rhythm. All the seasons feel different. As we continue to grow and continue on this path, next year's summer's not going to feel the same rhythm as last summer because you have a different summer anthem. And that's just how each year goes. No 2 years have the same 2 seasons experiences. And we have to give ourselves grace in the moments that we fall out of rhythm, because it is meant to be to fall out of rhythm, because it's meant to be to find another rhythm, or to take a break from the rhythm, or to slow dance. Let's recap these themes that are flowing right now. 1, we just talked about it, this temperance and balance between the rhythm and flow of life, feeling the seasons differently and adapting to them. The next theme that we have is the space we're holding for ourselves. This has been building since Cancer season started, with us needing to throw out the old cups and the old spaces we were holding for our inner world. And the last one, we didn't get too deep into, we just touched on it, but it's about embracing this disconnect that we have from our outer world and our typical inner circle. Collectively, people have either so much going on and so many shifts in this world, or they're consumed by something else to just not be able to do the normal connection. We are not talking to our same confidants. We are not getting deep with the same people that we typically share our depth with. Everybody is kind of pulled into their own inner world right now because That's what the crab does. And it's kind of been a slow process, but since the start of Cancer season, I mean, think about the last 2 weeks. Have you really talked to your closest people that much? Yeah, you might have checked in on them, but have you had those catch ups and those deep conversations that really fill your soul? There's a moment here that the universe is saying, no, your friend's not calling you back for a reason. She's busy because I'm making her busy, because you need to look within and trust those feelings that you hear within. I'm cutting out the outer world, the outer influences, so that you anchor in, you ground in, and you trust that knowing that's flowing through you. It's a moment to let yourself find security in what's flowing, what's feeling. Remember, feeling is truth. And Cancer season is trying to let you feel it all. So don't ignore it. The more you ignore it, the more it goes away. The more you embrace it, the more it keeps coming. Spirit and the unseen world and energies enjoy reciprocity. Exchange your energy, exchange your gratitude, and exchange your enthusiasm. But embrace this disconnect. It is okay to take this time to really root in, but don't numb out during this time. Be grounded to everything clearly. We learned a lot. Now we have to integrate it. I have 2 fun practices for you during this full moon, and I'm doing our full moon ceremony a little bit backwards because it's a sunrise ceremony. Have you ever heard of morning dew? I'm adapting it a little bit from the Germanic and Celtic old tradition, original tradition of washing and cleansing your face with morning dew during the sunrise of some of the Sabbaths, like Beltane or Midsummer's Eve that we just had. And it really seems appropriate to keep that Midsummer's Eve energy flowing. And enjoy some of the full moon dew during the sunrise the next day after the full moon. So for that practice, all you have to do is set your alarm a little early to get up for the sunrise. Bring a candle out with you if you'd like, and light the candle on the sunrise, commune with the sunrise. And when you're called to a flower, a plant, leaves on a tree, or certain areas of grass, walk over to it and wash your face with it. It symbolizes the vitality, the renewal, and sometimes even in some traditions, the youthful energy that it can bring. So enjoy the moon dew off of the flowers and grass or trees on your land or wherever you are. For the second practice, if your tarot cards have been calling you, listen up. The Chariot tarot card is what symbolizes this full moon the best. This charioteer has this shining armor protecting him like a shell. He also has this canopy of stars protecting him, but also reminding us that he's guided by the cosmos in the same way that the moon pulls the tides of the ocean. I also notice a river in the background symbolizing the emotions and the intuitive state flowing through him. But at the same time, this chariot can go anywhere pretty quickly, just like the goat can. But this charioteer is sitting here contemplating his next move, kind of like what we spoke about when the goat gets stuck from going, and is like, what do I have next? What's my next move? Where can I Billy Goat up to? I might have to make a big leap. So this charioteer is doing the same thing of just, also I might not be saying charioteer right, sorry. You can see he's sitting here contemplating what he needs to and where to go next. So maybe he embodies both this crab-like intuition and this goat-like go, 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 confident leaps of faith. And because of that, I have a spread centered just around this beautiful Chariot card. What you're going to do is take the Chariot card right out of your deck. Don't shuffle beforehand. Once the card is out, you can shuffle the remainder of the cards and do your normal routine of shuffling, cutting, spreading, and choosing. And then you'll choose 7 different cards. I know it's a big spread, but card number 1 is going to represent your present situation. Card number 2 is going to represent the past situation. Card 3 will be your environmental support, while card 4 is going to show you the qualities you're being asked to embody. Card 5 is the known. Card 6 is the hidden or unknown. And 7 is going to be the possible outcome. Good news for you is that these get emailed out weekly in line with the lunar phase. If you would like these practices and journal prompts that you are about to hear emailed to you every week, DM me your email address and I'll get you on the email list. And that brings us to journal prompts. These are in the caption or description for everybody needing it visually. For everybody that's listening and just going to reflect on this in their own world, here are the journal prompts for this full moon. Where is my intuition asking me to take more action? What would it look like to honor that guidance one small step at a time? The next one. What type of space am I truly holding for my inner world? Does it feel protected, nourished, and supported? Or is it asking for a sturdier container? Next one. How do I discern the difference between intuition, excitement, fear, and impulse? What changes when I trust my own discernment more fully? Last one. What cups have I quietly outgrown? Which ones am I finally ready to thank and place back on the shelf or toss? We have intuitively felt the feels. We have reflected. We have tangented. We have went over ways to practice and integrate. And now I would love to take this moment to close us out with some gratitude. Take a deep breath in and gently close your eyes. Wiggle out all the feels that you have from sitting here. Stretch out what you need to. Just take this moment to breathe into your heart space. Feel it opening up like a blossoming flower, shining its gratitude to its guides, to its angels, to the heavens above. Thank you, universe, for this time and this space. Thank you, Cancer season. Thank you, full moon, for your guidance. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for guiding us through our becoming and unfolding of this beautiful life. Here I trust that I will see your messages and guidance clearly, feel and know them clearly, and have the ability to integrate your messages and guidance clearly. Thank you for this connection. Thank you for this wisdom. And thank you for the precious gift of my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you.